What is up, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the top 10 picks for this coming week's new comic book day. If you want to see what they are, don't go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up. Check this out. Shout out to the homies over at Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check out their website if you're into retailer exclusive, need to place an FOC order, just want to see some awesome books. You can also follow them on social media and know when and what they got going on. And also, if you need anything cleaner press, hit up my homie Justin over on Instagram. Let him know you found him via the channel and take advantage of some of the offers that he has for viewers of the channel. And as always, a huge shout out to the local comic shop, ABX Comics and Games. Without them, I wouldn't be here today doing this right here. So if you're ever in the Augusta area and you're looking to get into comics or tabletop gaming, be sure to check them out. I have a link to their Facebook group in the description as well. So let's get into it. These are my top 10 picks for new comic book day. I think it's July 12th. For me, really, it's like July 11th. You know, I'm DC heavy over here, and with Image Comics about to be moving to Tuesday releases as well, I'm probably going to be changing the dates on these videos. I know that by Wednesday, everything's released, but I don't even know if I'll have anything really coming at that point. It's so few and far between with the Marvel for me. Between Hulk, Ghost Rider, and Punisher seems to be all that really hits and sticks on my radar with Marvel these days. So let's see what the top 10 books are. And first off, obviously, we have to go with Dawn of DC's Night Terrors #1. So this is the main body of the event. Last week, we had Night Terrors First Blood, which, I mean, that was issue 1 in all honesty. I don't know why they even separated it, but we're going to get 4 issues of Night Terrors in a 2-month span. This is, again, the main body. We're going to see this brand new character, Insomnia, going at it against the heroes. Deadman is going to be our main narrator through this event, which I'm actually really excited about. Getting some more of these characters like The Question, Deadman, Sandman. I think it's going to be really fun. I wasn't as excited about this event because it was putting some of our titles on hiatus, and we had some great momentum with the Dawn of DC. But that first issue, that First Blood Alpha issue, if you will, was actually really solid. It was really fun. It has me excited diving into some stuff and leaving a lot of meat on the bone to kind of explore and have a little mystery to solve inside of all this. So that aspect of it, I'm really, really excited about. The tie-ins we'll talk about as we go through this. Coming in at #2 on the list, and these are in no particular order, is Superman Lost by Christopher Priest. Man, this has just been a stellar series already. The whole premise is Superman went into a black hole to stop an event from happening in issue 1, and it threw him through the cosmos. He's gone for 20 years in his time, but in everybody back on Earth, he was only gone for a few moments. So it's exploring those 20 years that he was lost in this cosmic space odyssey. I've been hearing a lot of people these days say they wish we could get some space odyssey style Superman in the films and stuff, talking about like retreading the same stuff. This is the book that could really scratch that itch. If you're not checking it out, I heavily recommend it. It's only a 10-issue limited series. It takes place outside of the continuity of the regular Dawn of DC stuff. So there's no other required reading. Just get it, enjoy it, get in, get out. Definitely excited to see how Wonder Woman's going to be brought into this issue, knowing that she's kind of away for all of these events. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is actually her, like physically there present in this odyssey while he was lost and so far away. And next up for #3, this is a big deal right here. It's World's Finest Teen Titans issue #1. Same creative team that is helming World's Finest, as well as the Dawn of DC brand new title, Shazam. This is Mark Waid, and I believe Dan Moore is on the art. Maybe Dan Moore is not on the art. So it's just Mark Waid writing it. I think Chris Samney might be on the art. I'd have to go back and look. But I'm really excited about this. So the World's Finest titles is easily one of the best consistent titles coming out on shelves across all publishers right now. It is phenomenal. And one of the best things about it is the amount of guest characters that get spotlighted in it. It takes place in an unspecific time in the past where Dick Grayson is still Robin, and it gives us the opportunity to tell fantastic stories and not be burdened by what's currently happening. Dan Moore's art on that main title is second to nothing. And in some of those issues, we had the Teen Titans appear at the original Teen Titan ages. So I guess it was so well received that they decided to do a spinoff title and do a World's Finest Teen Titans spotlighting and retelling the early years of the Teen Titans. So this is the original team that we're getting here. So I'm excited to dive into that with Donna Troy, Dick Grayson as Robin, Wally West as Kid Flash still. We have Aqualad in it, and I'm sure that we're going to be getting all kinds of guest characters in this as well, or at least just a lot of villains. You know, Teen Titans had some fantastic villains, including Deathstroke the Terminator. So I'm excited to see how we're going to explore and expand this like undetermined era in the past, because those were like the golden years. You know what I mean? Like Teen Titans, especially Perez's years, is just top notch. Highly recommend testing the waters on that one. Next up, and this one is not for everybody, but it definitely is for me. Tom King and Jorge Fornes has been crushing it with his 12-issue maxi series, Danger Street, based on the 1970s first issue special series that spotlighted and featured a numerous list and a large cast of characters. They took all of those individual one-shots and brought them together in this maxi series for a fantastic story that spans all of time and space. It is wicked. The whole premise is Atlas gets killed due to some reckless superheroing by Starman and Warlord, and there's just, it's very complex to get into at this point, but the green team seems like to be a shadowy group that's trying to control like the population, and you have the Manhunter hunting them down. You have the death of one of the dingbats, and it's causing Lady Cop to investigate it and getting caught up in this battle between Darkseid's forces and the Warlord and Starman. It's gotten wild. It's gotten crazy. It's huge in scope, and the artwork is just phenomenal. If you like to sit down and spend time in an individual issue of a comic book, this is one that I would recommend. Now, this is a meaty read. It takes time to go through it, a lot to read, and it's well worth it. I wouldn't necessarily want all the titles on my pull list to be this format, but it's a breath of fresh air to have one or two on that monthly pull list that you can just sit down and have to like really spend time in to get how much it has to offer, because there's a lot it has to offer. And next up, and we're getting into it now, Night Terrors, Green Lantern. So as you know, for this event, all the Dawn of DC stuff more or less is getting put on a 2-month hiatus, while all the heroes and villains were forced to sleep and dealing with their night terrors, while the new villain Insomnia searches their dreams for the Nightmare Stone, the MacGuffin for this event that he's after to get total domination, and while we explore why he has it out for all the heroes of Earth. Now, I am kind of excited for this. It's not the original creative team that we have on all these Night Terror 1 or 2 shots, if you will, but Green Lantern has been solid right off the bat. I'm excited to have a Hal Jordan story back. And if you're reading the Green Lantern book, you know that it smoothly transitioned into this. So it's kind of like we didn't really get a timeout on this title. It's just shifts right into the dream stuff, and then we'll shift right back out of it. But so far, I've read 5 of these tie-ins that dropped last week. And out of the 5, 2 of them I really liked with Batman and Black Adam. Ravager was okay. Joker was straight garbage. And Poison Ivy should never have been written in the first place. So hopefully Green Lantern will be a solid drop. Now, the same can be said with Robin. Now, I think this one has a little bit more potential, as we saw on the back pages of Batman, that they set this one up with Damian's story. Damian should be playing a big role in this from the looks of things. So I'm excited to see how we dive into this. This kid's he's got chops. He's got moxie. So I'm excited to see how he faces off against all these other Robins, as well as Nightmare Robins. And in the Shazam one, it looks like we're getting somehow a Black Adam story. I guess Mary will be facing some of her fears as if Black Adam's coming for her or something. I'm not sure. We do have a Black Adam Night Terror that dropped last week, which was one of the ones I really enjoyed. So I'm kind of on board for this one as well. It's a book that I would normally be picking up, so I'm really not too opposed to that. Now, here's what I'm really excited about. We know that Flash just ended with issue 800. So we have 2 issues of the Flash Night Terrors before we dive into the brand new Dawn of DC Flash stuff. So I'm kind of at a place where there's really not enough Flash. There's never enough Flash. Like Jeremy Adams' run was phenomenal. Epic run. Just couldn't get enough of it. And now I'm kind of sad to see that Jeremy Adams is off the title, but I'm still really excited to be reading Flash. So I'm ready to dive into this one. I'm kind of curious if it's going to be focused on Barry or Wally, being that the Flash run itself's prime character is Wally West. From the looks of this cover, this will be diving into Barry's Night Terror. So maybe we'll be getting the Flash family, as I hope we would, but maybe it's just Barry. I'm excited to find out all the same. And clocking in at number 9 in the last Night Terror tie-in is one that I definitely wouldn't be picking up anyways. But I do love the Justice League Dark. I like Zatanna, but I feel like this is just one that this cash grab issue kind of here, because we have Zatanna featuring Robot Man from Doom Patrol. And full disclosure, Doom Patrol drops this week, issue number 4, and I dropped that title. It was absolutely terrible, going nowhere. It's a 7-issue mini-series, and in this week's issue, we're going back to the mansion to sit down with the psychiatrist and waste another issue without ever starting the actual story yet. So if you were a fan of Doom Patrol or you're looking forward to that, sorry, it's trash. But this, we'll see where it goes. Zatanna's typically a really cool character. We already saw her in the first Blood issue of Night Terror, so it kind of makes sense that she has this little dream sequence one. And Zatanna was pulled in because she's a magician. She's into the supernatural side of things, and it's a supernatural villain that we're dealing with. I'm not sure how Cliff has got it in the mix, but I'm all for it because I Doom Patrol ain't doing it, so maybe getting some of those characters in other titles can scratch that itch. And lastly, number 10 on the list is Rocketeer in the Den of Thieves issue number 1. So we wrapped up the Great Race not long ago. We had a one-shot special edition book that came out a few weeks ago, and now it looks like we're getting a brand new miniseries in the Den of Thieves. Now, I did not focus on the A cover because this was too good to pass up. Gabriel Dell'Otto is coming in 10 out of 10. This cover is super green. Just look at it. Look at it. It's just amazing. I did not think to order that one ahead of time. I just stick to the A covers normally, but I'm going to have to track this one down because it is phenomenal. Now that's 10, but there is one more thing I need to add. Just a cover buy, just to be on the lookout. If you collect specific artists like I do, John Jang has a B cover for Marvel / 20th Century Fox, Planet of the Apes issue number 4. Gorgeous cover, absolutely wicked. I'm not necessarily a fan of the little side trade dress thing that they got going on, but it does add a little flavor, letting you know that it is a licensed property with the movie stuff and all that. But that's just an amazing cover. I got numerous copies coming. They'll be going in the giveaway boxes, and they'll be going out and all that stuff. So had to throw that one in there to let people know. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this list. What is on your list? Because our lists are definitely not going to be the same. What are you looking forward to reading? What are your thoughts on Night Terror? So many questions for what's going on right now. How many Marvel books are on your list these days? Like, they just announced a Mary Jane Spider character, a J. Jonah Jameson Spider character. Marvel's just reminding me every day why they don't earn a spot on my pool list. But I wish they did. I really wish they did. Sad to see Punisher go. Hope they do something good with him soon. But that's going to be it for this list. Be sure to tune in Sunday nights at 9 p.m., 8:30, 9 p.m., around there. It varies. For At Week's End, I do a spoiler-filled live look back at the week in comics and more. We talk spoilers for movies, TV shows, go into the comics and news. It's just a really good time. And every Tuesday, if you have the opportunity, check out the channel. I do a live new DC day every week, and I do a live giveaway with some new DC books on there. So be sure to check that out as well. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.